Yes, Rebecca, we are live for the first time on LinkedIn. So, hello everyone, good morning.
Good morning. Hi.
Good morning. Do you know what day it is today, Rebecca?
Friday?
Yeah, Friday, but it's a special Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Friday the 13th.
Oh, great. Okay.
So,
good luck to us then.
I don't know if this is the best day to go live, but yeah, let's just do it and see what happens. So today we are going to talk about about social communities. We will explain a couple of reasons why it is useful for a business to have a social community. Oh, and now we have a phone call net on this note. You see, we are really live. Those things happen. You know, Friday the 13th, those things happen. Friday. So what was I going to say? So we will talk about why it's a good idea to start a community. We will also talk about Business A.be, our community, and how it has evolved. And then we show a little demo.
Yeah, perfect.
So let's see if this software is working. Yes, it works. So we will first talk about 4 reasons why you need to start a social community in the business world.
Okay, to get us started off, we're first going to talk about, well, we have 4 reasons, so we're going to go over 4 different points. The first one is the focus is mainly on the conversation and not on the sales.
Yes, that's important. Yes. A community, like for instance a Facebook group or LinkedIn group or a Business A.be, it's not like a business page on LinkedIn or on Facebook. So if you have a Facebook page, people expect to have like promotional messages on it, and people will not really start to discuss. Whereas if you have a community, people expect to discuss. They don't expect to see promotional content. Of course, if you have a community like that, sometimes you can put it, but it's not the idea to put it all the time. The idea is to have conversations between people, between the members, and that people can learn something from it. Do you agree?
Yes, I agree. Yeah, the whole point of a community is to actually make a physical community, but then online. So it's not about promoting yourself and selling your products. It's more about finding out what your community is about and who the people are in it.
Yeah, right. And to have these conversations going on. That's important. Okay, let's see what we have as the next reason or next idea. A business community or a business social community has a different content quality. What can you say about that, Rebecca?
Well, like you just said, so the whole idea is to create an actual community online. And this provides the opportunity of, a lot better quality in your content. So usually if you look at like social media contents, like we said, it's a lot of promotional stuff. It's a lot of just putting your opinion out there and hoping people react to it and comment to it.
Yeah.
But a community, it's not just about thinking about yourself. You want to create content that other people are actually interested in, to start a discussion, to start getting to know your other people. So the way of building your content is different. It's you have to really think about what you want to talk about and what kind of conversation you want to start.
Yeah, so people will react on it, and then you have really, because if you put no matter what, people won't react on it, and so it's like a social proof that if people react on it, then it's a good content, and then you continue like that. Also, it's a different way engaging. For instance, a blog. People like to read a blog, but it is less easy to begin a discussion on a blog than in a community. Yes. So content quality is higher in the community than you find like that on a page. Okay, that's a good second reason, I must say. Let's go again to the slides, and let's go to the third reason.
So the third reason is in a social community, every member gets treated equally, which is of course a very important topic. How would you say that they would be treated equally?
Well, let's just come again on the screen. So, of course, if you have a community, you are watched as like an authority, as the leader of the community, and therefore that's also a reason why there is good content quality, because you are following it up. But of course, every member of the community is equally, even me or you or someone else who has a business community, is considered as equal. So your business, even if your business leading community, is considered as equal in there. And that's, I think it's important. It's not like a page where you are just publishing information and people are reacting to that. Here, people can also start their own, let's say, threads in communications. And that's why a community is different from a page, and it has its, let's say, advantages.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Agree on that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the fourth reason?
The fourth reason, yeah. Things happen. Like I know if people heard it, but the coffee machine was making some noise. I hope everything has understood me. The fourth reason, let's just check what it is. Yeah, the fourth reason is that social communities help you with content inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do you see that content inspiration from communities?
Well, with communities, the nice thing or the fun thing about it is that you obviously have to interact with your community. So as your community builds and as the discussions build up, you have really the opportunity to watch what people are asking. You also have the opportunity to make different polls and ask people's opinion. And from that, so for example, if you see reoccurring questions or interesting questions coming up, you can use that to your advantage and use that as inspiration. And you can see what people are asking to then create a new content topic. Or if you ask if you ask people their opinion in a poll, you can then use those percentages and the results of that, those polls to then also create new content. Which makes it interesting for you. It also helps you as a host or admin to use your community to keep creating new inspiration. So it doesn't always have to come from the person who's actually hosting the community. You can use your community to your advantage.
Indeed,
to create new
These polls are very interesting, I guess. You ask a question and you see how people react to it, and you can continue the discussion on that.
Yes, exactly. And then you also know which direction to go in, if you're doing a good job or not, or if you say, for example, you have a more of tendency to talk about one certain subject, but you want to ask the people if they're more interested in something else, and they actually go the opposite direction than you wanted to, then like, I have to change some things. Maybe actually I have to talk about something else. Which is obviously a great help to online communities.
Indeed, and also the type of if people like to put videos on it or put images or like infographics or other stuff, it gives you the ideas. Polls, by the way, are also possible within business data.
Yes.
We can make polls. Let's perhaps explain a bit how this has evolved. Business data. Let's go to the next slide. So a good example of a community, an online community, is Business Date.
Yes.
Businessdate.be, in fact, which is a local platform for Belgian entrepreneurs. Or people working for Belgian companies, but also the idea is that even if you are abroad, a company that's abroad and that wants to connect with Belgian companies, Belgian entrepreneurs, they can also become a member. And the community is in English, but people can talk in their own language. Yeah. So how did that evolve? In the beginning, it was a WordPress site. And I started that because I wanted like a Tinder for companies that people could connect, like on
without the swiping.
Yeah, without the swiping. Like on a network event, you go there and you expect people to come to you and to talk to you. For instance, on LinkedIn, you are there too, and of course, it's a really good network. But you don't expect all the time to get talked to by other people.
Yeah, and on LinkedIn, the main focus is that people are looking for new not just new people to connect with, but it's more of a job social media.
Also, it's broader, let's say. Huh?
Yeah, it's more about recruiting nowadays than.
Yeah, whereas like my idea was to make some kind of platform for local entrepreneurs where they can connect like in real life, but they don't need to leave their their company or their house or their office, and they can just look for someone. I look like an accountant in, for instance, in Brussels. They can look up and they can connect with them, and they can, if they want, go on let's say a business date. That was the idea. So it evolved from, let's say, about in the beginning people needed to pay for that. It was like 30 people in the beginning, and then I made it free, and then there are like 300 company owners, business owners on it, and then I saw that, okay, what can we do to make the platform like more performant or more used by people? Because of course the success is if people really use it and get business out of that. And so what did I do? Well, I made a poll on in Facebook group, and I asked, the Facebook page.
Yes.
And I asked people, would you like a mobile app for businessday.be? And you see the results here. 6 out of 10 people would use businessday.be more if there was an app.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore we looked for a solution, and we started to use
Mighty Networks.
Mighty Networks, yes. Let's go again here. And this is in fact, why did we use that? Because it's a mobile app and it's also a web application, so people can still use it. And it's also, I must say, it looks better and it looks more professional than it was. And there is the app, and that's really interesting because you can see who is around on the location that you are. But Rebecca, let's dive in and let's show something about businessday.be, because as I said in another life, you are the new face. People, you're like the host, or we have 3 hosts here. There's also Celine, who is not on the screen at the moment, and there is me. But you are like more like administrator, or if people will want to talk to someone about Business Day, you will be the first contact.
Yeah.
So let's so again, people see you live. So this is the landing page.
Go to the screen.
We need to switch.
There we go. So when you look up Business Date or look up the community. So before you've actually logged in, this is the home screen, or the page that you will arrive on. I'm just going to scroll down so you can see what it looks like.
Yeah, so it's community.businessday.be.
Yes, exactly. So here you have the option to join. At the top, my mouse is a bit slow, so at the top on the right, you also have the sign in. If you press on the join, then because it's based on the platform Mighty Networks, you will have to first make an account in Mighty Networks, and then you can join our community, so you can join Business Dates. If you're already a part of Mighty Networks, you just need to sign in, and then you can go straight to Business Dates.
Okay. That's clear for people need just to try it out. We don't ask much information, I guess, just their name and mail address.
You're just making a new account in Mighty Networks. It also means, just to be clear, that we have no control over your personal in-log or anything like that. It's just you making an account on Mighty
Perhaps
Networks.
Interesting to say for people that want to use the app, that they can scroll down on the page.
Yes, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you will find, exactly where we're highlighting it. Keep up with Business Day on the go. You then type in the box your phone number or your mobile number with, if you're in Belgium, obviously, +32. And then Mighty Networks will send you the link to download the app on your phone.
Either it's like directly Business Date that is downloaded, but in some cases you need to look for businessday.be on the app itself, but it's normally not that difficult to do that. And perhaps a small remark, Rebecca, I think that people should not put a plus, but a 00 or O in English, I would say. So
right, yes.
So the 00 at 32 in the beginning instead of the plus. But I'm not sure how the plus is going to work. So for instance, my phone number is then 0032 474 and so on and so on. Okay, let's log in. I go to another page, and normally you should already be logged in. Yeah. I give you the mouse again.
Thank you. Okay, so once you're logged into the business day community, this is, well, hopefully the first thing you'll see. This is mainly just your feed. So obviously I'm logged in, so this is my feed. You can compare it to, for example, Facebook or any other social media accounts. You have your own feed of exactly what's been going on that day or that week, in order of who's been posted the most recent or what's been happening pretty much. Here you can also then search. Here you can then quickly add a message or a post. Here you guys won't have the manage button. I'm afraid that's just for me as the host.
Yeah.
But you will have the plus button. So here you can then also create a quick post, an article, a question, or a poll. Just quickly, the difference between the three. The quick post is the same as if you would make a post in here. Mm-hmm. It's literally just something you want to add or say.
Yeah.
It's max, 2-3 sentences.
Yeah.
An article is more like a blog post if you want to actually write something that's longer or in more detail. And then a question or a poll, you can add a so if you really want to ask a question in particular, you can then create a question.
Yeah.
Or you can, let me just click on it and I'll show you. You can make a poll. So here you will have your different options.
Multiple choice, for instance. Yeah.
Okay. Exactly, multiple choice.
Yeah.
Hot or cold, it just means like, for example, instead of looking at it in percentages, you're looking at the blue is then the more blue you have, the more cold, the less people like it, the more reds, the hotter.
Okay, nice.
And then here you type in your question or whatever, and then it will appear on the on your feed, so everybody else can see it.
Great.
You will see here, even if you add a quick article, this will always appear. So add topic. A topic, you don't always have to add a topic, but a topic is something that the hosts can make, which you can also see here. At the moment, we only have 2.
Yeah.
As we go along, we'll obviously have more topics, but the topic is more of a general...
Just a structure to if you have different messages around,
Exactly, a general structure. So we give each little topic its own, in a way, its own platform in the community.
It's just to organize, I guess.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. If you have a particular question or if you want to say something and it's related to the topic, the people in the community can see it quicker because the topics will be always, if you relate it to a topic, it will always come up first.
Okay. And
also it's easier for us as hosts that we can react to you quickly because when we know exactly what you're talking about, it fits into a certain topic. So we know what you're saying and then obviously more in detail your questions. Okay. And then we can also follow it up a lot quicker.
Okay, then you have also, I see a home button, I see...
Yeah, home is where we were.
Right, discovery button.
If we go to discovery, it's very similar to the explore on other social media platforms. Here you can see exactly all the things that's been said and done. So you see the top post, and the members near you, the topics that's been introduced, the top members, the people who have been reacting the most on the platform.
Yeah.
Featured, we don't have any features yet, but that will come soon.
Okay.
And here you can then also, if you're looking for something in particular, you can obviously look in the search bar and try and find more in detail what you're looking for, instead of having to go through the whole discovery. And then here in members, you can pretty much see who all the members are, and then you can also see who's near you, who's the newest, who the hosts are of this community, and who is online now.
Okay.
I'm just going to keep moving forward. So
just moving forward.
If you have anything to add,
get to keep on talking about it, but I think people need just after the demo, just find out and register, I guess. But yeah, so I can see you have all the members that you can.
Yeah, here's a more about, so more of a detailed subjects of what the community is actually about. So you have a description, you have about the members, you have a welcome message that you can click on to see. Again, here, if you don't have the app yet in about, you can again type in your mobile number, and then they will, the link to the app will be sent to you.
Okay.
Close. Now, if you want to send a message to anybody in the
group, in the community,
community, yes, you can do it here.
Yeah.
So, for example, here I already have a message. You can then new chat.
New chat.
You can choose who you're talking to.
For instance, to me.
Yeah. For example, I can then look up Yuri.
Yes. And then you can.
And then, as you can see,
we already chatted for testing purposes.
Yeah, you can see we've had some very interesting conversations.
Okay.
And then here you just type
in the message,
and off you go. Okay. You can also talk to the hosts. You can talk to anybody online, and also not online. Another interesting aspect of the community is that if you are particularly interested in a couple of members, you can follow them, so you can see them. Or you can see them reoccurring back into your feed more than before.
Yeah.
You don't have to follow everybody or anybody, but that's obviously an option.
That's an option. Yeah. If the platform is growing, see we are just in the beginning again.
Yeah.
But people can also invite friends and other people.
Yes,
or others.
We also made the community that it's a public community.
Yeah,
so
it's public. It's easy to invite.
Exactly. You don't always need one of the hosts' opinion to.
Yeah, that's the idea. I mean, that the community manage itself a bit. Yeah, we don't. Beforehand, we had permission so that it was just not everyone could become a member. But now we put it open and have the community control itself a bit, and we will also follow it up. And you as a host, of course, will have a look on it, what's happening on the platform. So, okay, Rebecca, these are already interesting things. Anything else we need to add, or do you think that people should just find out?
I can talk about it all day, but I think it's best that people just start pressing all the buttons and trying everything out. That's the quickest way to learn in the end, is just to find out. Well, that's the way I do it anyway. I press every button I can find to find out what it does, and then see from there. But yeah, no, definitely come check it out. It's I'm still, as a host, still working on a couple of things. We're also going to be doing monthly topics and then weekly topics to keep the community alive.
People can suggest also topics.
Yes, of course. I mean, like we said before, it's a community, so I'm open to any kind of help.
Also for our lives, because it's the first LinkedIn Live, and not too many technical problems on the Friday the 13th. So we are happy. So let's say if people have their own suggestions about topics that we can talk during a live with Rebecca or with another guest, let's say, you can just leave it in the comments below. For now, I guess we will call it a day. Thank you, Rebecca, for first LinkedIn Live together.
Thanks for sharing it with me.
Yeah. So I see you guys perhaps on the platform, business8.be, or on another event.
Yeah, look forward to seeing you guys there. Don't forget to add any comments, or if you have anything you actually really want to talk about in the community, just either send me a message or use the community and put it out there.
Okay. Have a nice day.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.